So we are gonna call our meeting to order, the October Monuments and Ceremonies Commission meeting will be happening right now, right here in room 119. So let me just try to, let's see. So the first order of business is to review and vote to accept our meeting minutes from the September meeting. So has everyone had a chance to look at them, and are there any corrections that need to be made?
All good.
And thank you, Autumn, for jumping in there and writing them up. It was
I
great.
totally know what I was doing. It works.
It wasn't, yeah.
Wasn't
Do we
bad.
have a motion to accept
Yeah,
those?
the only technical is on the Declaration Day ceremony, it did mention that we'd be using an upgraded sound system for next year, because that was the only part that didn't work, was the sound system.
Oh, practicing with the microphone, but then also an updated.
A new sound system was
upgraded.
not very good, what you couldn't hear.
With the new sound system.
So we've already had somebody volunteer to supply
Super.
a top-rate sound system for next year.
Okay. Excellent. So with that addition to the Declaration Day ceremony information, do we have a motion to accept?
Motion to accept.
Second.
A second. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Let's see, now, just wanted to move on to our commission members. So Jim Long has decided, or had decided, that he was no longer he wasn't going to renew his, or attempt to renew his appointment to the commission. So thank you, Jim. I'm sure he's probably going to be watching this.
Hi, Jim. Thank you, Jim.
Are we gonna take him out to dinner or something?
We probably should.
Yeah.
We don't ever do anything
No.
like that, but it would be nice
should, yeah.
to do something social
Yeah.
with
Yeah, that'd be
everybody.
nice.
Sound good? Treat him
Sure.
to a little
Yeah,
dinner.
Favorite dinner.
Give
Yeah.
him a couple of martinis,
yeah, for
get
sure.
him on his way.
All right. That would be
I'm
great.
dying for one myself right now, I should say that.
All right. Well then, let's put that on our list of to-dos for the future. But Jim was our trustee secretary, so we need a new secretary. Is there anyone here that would like, and what it involves is pretty much taking the minutes from each meeting. In the past, there had been more broad things like sending or drafting up press releases and submitting them to the different news outlets, although that Terry Gaffney kind of consolidated all that into the chair, well, especially when he did the parade. So everything kind of went out from that, but I wouldn't be opposed to expanding the role again of the secretary if the person were amenable to that. If we had someone that would volunteer to be the secretary.
I'll volunteer,
You will?
yeah.
Okay, thank
To
you.
do the minutes, don't overload me
Nope, I
too
won't.
much, because
I
I
won't
do
do
work
that.
over the day.
So I think if
Oh, do I have
I,
to start them today?
if you want to,
I don't have any paper to take them down on. so.
Take them on the back of this.
or
is
what
I
I've
did.
also, what I also do is
You got some paper?
take it right into my
That would be
agenda.
nice, thank you. It's gonna ruin your notebook if you rip those out.
Yeah.
So I think we
You don't
have to
need
actually
more.
have a proper vote,
If I can
since
read my
it's a
writing, right?
position. So,
So
We need a
we're voting
secret
for Nancy to
ballot.
become the new secretary?
yes, I
Yes?
believe so, yes.
Okay.
All in favor of that?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, you are
You're
elected. That was easy.
But the,
Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy.
Yeah.
That's
Really?
very
maybe I
welcome.
can help
Very,
with
very
the PR
helpful.
stuff when y'all.
Yeah.
I did it for Channel 79 for many years.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, maybe we can
And I do it for the
kind of,
safety committee at work.
I think
It's
it would
like-
actually be, and not that I'm looking to have less work, but I think it would be a better outcome, better product.
Are you looking for like event specific, maybe
Yeah.
we could do,
Yeah.
do that stuff.
Specific things, and mostly we just make sure we send it to everyone.
Mhm.
But, if it were an individual person that helped with that, I think we could zhuzh it up a little
Okay.
bit too.
So yeah, so that it doesn't overload.
Right,
And you
any
could,
one
yeah.
person. That'd be
Yeah.
super,
that'd be
okay.
great.
All right.
So you're gonna do the
What's the
PR
procedure?
stuff,
Yeah.
right?
I do the minutes and then I send them to you to approve and then
You send them to me and then we
send
send them
them
out
out.
to everybody and everyone looks it over, just like what Terry noticed, that there was a tweak to be made.
And
Yes.
there's one more, it's Jamie Stevenson and I organized it together,
What?
the Declaration Day ceremony. She's not a commissioner.
Oh, I
Oh,
said you were a.
That's, you're talking,
an
you're still talking
organizer.
about the,
Yeah, I just realized there was another one. She and I did this together. She's not a commission member, but she should be given credit for her
Sure.
participation.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I'll.
Just add.
I'll add that too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And when we submitted our accomplishments for the year, we did include Jamie's name, and that's good at least. You know what, I'll just, sometimes Rob calls me and I can look
That's
on.
all right.
No, okay.
Is he there?
He's
Yes?
not, no.
Okay, all right.
Don't have him. So that's two, thank you. So for our annual report, our last annual report was turned in February. But I think that had been they changed the reporting year. So Rob Hulick just compiled what we've done as a commission since February, and we just turned that in as of the end of September. So we're up to date on that, so that's good news. And thank you to Rob for taking care of that. And we
so
included
it was
things-
done by 9/28?
Yes, yep. So that was, and we had the Declaration Day ceremony, Memorial Day parade, and the September 11th ceremony were all included in that.
Okay.
Let's see, so now as far as the Veterans Day observance, and this is where I can definitely use some help. So I had it printed out last time and I was gonna make copies and then I left that on my desk. But there's some work that needs to be done, just some ordering of things from Springdale Florist and
For Veterans Day?
for Veterans Day.
Oh, that's
So
on Saturday, right?
it's on a Saturday.
Okay.
And generally appreciate as many commissioners coming as possible. There are a few rolls to be read, and some copies to be made, to be brought to that. So if there's anyone that's interested in helping me with that, I would appreciate the assistance. And actually, right off the bat, does anyone know that they won't be able to make it since it's a Saturday? That makes it tricky, I know.
No, because it's Saturday, I can't make it.
All right, excellent. And
Me too. I can make it.
our other,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
11.
11th.
Yeah.
And Emily, our other new member, said she'll be able to help since it is the weekend. So, didn't know if maybe we could have a, sort of like we did for September 11th, maybe have a separate, just quick coffee
What
meeting.
time are you thinking for the?
So it's at 11.
11,
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's
11, 11
At
is-
11, yeah.
I can help if not traveling, because I have still pending trip to Israel.
Oh, gosh, oh
I
boy.
should have been leaving the tent
Oh.
Sunday, but as of now, I don't know what's going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the airlines have canceled flights. Yes, yeah, but they said everything's going to be okay by then, hopefully.
Wow. Yeah.
You really believe that?
No,
No. neither do I. Do you have family there?
no, we are going on a church trip.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's gonna be tricky.
I bet I can help you out with Veterans Day.
If not, I can help out too.
Yeah, I can help out.
Okay,
What
great.
time did you want, when did you want to meet for the organizational
So
meeting?
maybe we could, I can send out an email after this, but you're in school all day, I imagine,
Yes,
if we had a pre-meeting.
Oh, yeah. You could just keep me up to date.
We could
know,
give you an
want me to
update,
order
yeah.
that, you know, whatever.
Yep, and are you
Help.
free during the day?
Generally, except for Tuesdays.
Okay, so not Tuesdays.
Yeah.
All right, maybe I'll let you know. And
I'm-
I'll come with
yeah.
the sheet and we can divvy it up.
You
Yeah,
work,
because I'm not available till around 3:30.
3:30, okay,
Thursdays till 4:30.
okay.
Yeah, so I'm here, I help anyway to think.
Yeah, all right. So I'll send out a little email and we can
okay,
pick a day.
that sounds great.
And the one thing that, so there's kind of I'll tell you, there's a rosemary shrub, carnations, and a laurel wreath, and then an evergreen bough. So I know there are some gardeners and people with things in their yard. I don't have any evergreen. So if anybody could volunteer to,
What were those things?
What were they again? I'm sorry.
Rosemary shrubs, evergreens, and what was the other
the
thing?
laurel wreath. So those, I was able to get the laurel wreath and the carnations from Springdale. But last year, they didn't have a rosemary shrub, so I don't know if
I
anybody's
have a
got
huge
rosemary.
rosemary.
have
So
rosemary
if we
as
can
well.
just
It's in a big pot.
bring a couple sprigs of that, each thing
Oh, you
is
just
symbolic.
need pieces, you don't need the whole
Yeah,
plant.
we lay that at
It's too big a pot to
at the
move.
stone, yeah.
I have rosemary.
If you don't mind
Cuts it off.
snipping some of it, and then does anyone have a pine tree or
Oh,
some sort of
yeah.
evergreen tree?
Yeah.
If you could
Evergreen, yeah.
bring a, just a bough of that.
So you just lay, I don't remember, they just lay it at the,
Yeah, there's each item has a symbolism.
don't we talk,
Susan,
isn't
she-
there like, not
Yes.
we, but
Yeah,
people like
there's,
have lines?
There is.
Yeah, Terry would give a script to
Yeah.
people.
like
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember specifically.
So the red flowers are a symbol of zeal in upholding the ideals of brotherhood and justice. White flowers symbolic of the purity of love. Blue flowers symbolize fidelity and truth. Evergreen is the symbol of eternity. And the
Rosemary is
sprig of
remembrance.
rosemary is remembrance. And symbolizing both the victory fought for on the battlefields and the victory found in eternal life, the laurel is our final tribute to them.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that neat?
Is that from is laurel, is that from bay leaves?
It's similar.
Yeah.
It's a similar thing, yeah. And Springdale just puts it on
Sure.
a form.
They're very nice down
It's
there.
really neat, yeah, it's excellent. Okay, so we'll
Yeah.
get together then
That
and
sounds great.
finish planning that out. Okay, cemetery committee. Jim, what do you have to say?
Okay, actually, I got Family Landscaping to give Rob
Okay,
a projection through December of this year.
okay, the expenses.
And the reason why he asked me to do it is last year we had to stop paying him because we ran out of money and then we dipped into this year. So I believe that Rob is going to have a meeting with Ed Gentile.
Here, yeah,
Yeah, and talk about the money that the state has given to Darien and question whether or not we should be using some of that money in some of these cemeteries. And one of the things that I said to Rob was, if they'll take over maybe one or two of these cemeteries, we can eliminate that cost between now and December.
I'm trying to take this down for the minutes. 'cause
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Who are you talking about now?
Rob Hulick,
Oh, Rob
who's our
Hulick.
treasurer.
and a member of the
he-
cemetery committee.
Okay, I'll go slow. He asked me to get a projection from the guy that owns Family Landscape from now through the end of December, because of the cleanups, et cetera, et cetera. And we gave, Rob has that, and he sent it in to Ed Gentile, and Ed Gentile chastised him in a nice way for, this is the projection and you only have X amount of dollars in the budget. So what Rob did was he said, well, the state has given Darien, I think, an additional $5,000.
Right.
So I think Rob is going to meet with Ed Gentile sometime this week. And my suggestion to Rob was that we could eliminate a couple of the cemeteries that
Fell under that.
that Family Landscaping is doing, and let the town do those and take that off the cost of the Family Landscaper. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but that's the scoop, all right?
Is
Yeah.
that the Ed Gentile, does he still work down at the transfer station?
I'm sorry?
Ed Gentile, does he still work at the transfer station?
No, I think he works here in
He's
the
Director of
down
Public
hall.
Works.
Oh, okay, that's who he is, okay.
So the money that the state, the town applied for a grant,
Yes,
and it applied to 5 specific cemeteries.
uh-huh,
And that money that we were granted was to be used to reimburse town
right,
time
exactly.
and effort in those 5 particular cemeteries. So that's a great way to hopefully
Cut
use
down on
that,
what the,
because we said, okay, great, you know, we can use the $5,000,
Yeah, that's
and we
great.
were shut down promptly and said, no, that's not $5,000 for us to use to help
Right.
pay for the things that we have to pay for with the cemeteries we take care of. So that's,
wouldn't it be nice if
Helpful.
the town made a decision that they would take care of the cemeteries?
so that, I mean.
Do
that-
other towns take care of the cemeteries, like Stanford or Norwalk?
These are all supposedly private cemeteries.
Oh, okay.
So it's not technically the town's
You're right,
duty
yeah,
to do it.
Okay.
There are some towns, I guess, that take it upon themselves to preserve it. I think at some point there were a couple that the town did take care of, and it was felt by the committee that they weren't as careful with some of the headstones and
Okay,
stuff.
alright.
Or that might have not been the town, that might have been whatever
Yes.
other landscaping company we
The,
used.
the other thing that, you know, this is just an awareness level, and then I'm gonna shut up, is that Weburn takes care of the cemetery on Hanson Road.
Mhm.
And Woodway takes care of another cemetery that's next to them. And that we don't have to look after, you know, it's just an FYI.
Yeah, and
Do I need to put that in the minutes?
No.
Okay.
yeah, so at some point, you know, is there an adopt a
I
cemetery
was just gonna say.
program or
Yeah.
something?
Have adopt, yeah.
Maybe.
That, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
If somebody would help me develop something like that, and who do you give it to? Or do you go on social media and ask that way? I'm
Well,
not,
if the 2 clubs, what about Tokenie Club then, just saying, hey, you know what,
Or the people.
FYI, like, they're doing this, you know, so then if Tokenie picked up one club and like Middlesex Swim Club picked up
Or
a
the
small
Piedmont
one,
Club,
like
maybe?
on Hoyt Street, there's all those little
Oh, there's
ones,
a little one.
you know?
The
And
clubs
then,
that
like you
have all
said,
the
the
landscaping.
Piedmont Club,
Yeah.
like, to make the
CCT
town
is close to
beautification.
one of the cemeteries on Mansfield.
boy, for sure, you're absolutely right.
Maybe if
Great idea.
even, not to throw work at you,
No,
but
no, it's
to
okay.
just sort of do a little summary of, you know, here's what would be involved
You know what I'm
if
gonna
you
do?
were
I'm
to
gonna talk
adopt
to the
a
general
cemetery.
manager of our club and ask him if he would get in touch with these other general managers and see if they would, you know.
Oh, a little peer pressure.
They tend to be very generous in helping the community, all
Yeah, that'd
the
be
private
neat.
clubs.
Yeah, and that's such an under the radar thing, I think probably didn't even occur to them
Mhm.
that it
It's a
needed
nice
to be
thing to
done.
do in the community.
Yeah, it is, for sure.
Yeah, that's great.
All right, I will try and do that, okay?
And Piedmont Club, that's a good point.
Yeah.
And it could be, you know, to use your own equipment and landscaping.
Yeah.
Or, you know, maybe if you
Finance.
even had here's an approximation of what it costs per year to maintain,
A cemetery,
cemetery.
that's very good.
just so they have a, you know, is
So they
this
can adopt a-
$25,000 or is this
Right.
$2,500?
Right.
Right.
Kind of.
That's a good idea.
I got it.
Thanks, Jim. That's cool. All right. Awesome. All right, Susan?
Now comes me.
Yeah.
Okay, wartime, I've tried to get in touch with Lucy Berry, and I made a few phone calls to a lot of these, I guess Terry called, and they are kind of like, it's hard, there's not enough information,
Oh,
you
okay.
know. There is one, I do have,
And we usually,
there's
just
one
to
that's
throw
a
out there,
conflict of interest for me, because Lucy was going to
Um,
do my father's.
just say, we usually don't say names of any of the things in general that we
give
talk
them a
about.
number, yeah.
Just you wouldn't have any way of knowing that, but just in general,
Oh, I
when
see.
we're talking about candidates for speaker, for Memorial Day Parade,
Oh,
things like
okay.
that, we just refer to things by a.
No, oh, okay.
Just,
So I was thinking if someone else wanted to look it over, the
okay,
application
that
and
makes sense.
decide,
Yeah,
you know,
that makes sense.
and, you know.
I would
Because,
think
yeah, I would
someone
like to get in
know.
touch with her and see, but, you know, 'cause she was going to walk me through it, but, then things got crazy at the end of the, you know, and
Who
then,
was gonna walk you through it?
Lucy, West,
West, I guess,
Lucy
is
West.
who had
Bear, yeah.
started
sorry.
the whole ball
Sorry.
rolling with that.
She conceived of the Veterans Side program, and she was a longtime middle school.
She was a
Middlesex
social studies
history
teacher.
The name is very familiar, yeah.
Well, she was,
Assistant principal.
yes,
retired
yes.
assistant
So
principal.
she was Lucy, Sanders?
Sandor.
Lucy
Sandor. And then she became Lucy Berry, and then Lucy West
When- yeah.
is the last. Just, you might know her if you had kids, like,
And she was our MC for the Declaration Day ceremony.
Oh,
And
okay.
did a beautiful job.
yeah,
Nice.
beautiful, yes,
Yes.
yeah.
So she's working with you to collect names?
I have names, she has a binder, I have to get in touch with her and
Okay.
and figure out a time to,
If you think that the packet for one person is complete, and based on what you've read,
yes.
if you wanted to make make 2 or 3 copies and hand them out.
Oh,
I think
okay,
we would all be happy to take a look, and then it
okay,
would be I don't know what the whole process is for getting the sign made and everything. I don't know that we can get it done by Veterans Day, but
oh, okay.
Can always ask.
we could try.
It's a month, less than a month, it's a month away.
It's a month.
Is it a month
I would
away already?
think-
Oh, that's right.
Well,
That's-
today's the 10th. and-
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think it's a month. How long is it?
So it might be worth, can you maybe forward or just scan those?
Yes.
Or, I don't know if you can, and
Yes.
send them maybe just to everyone here, and we
Yes.
can take a look and give a thumbs up and can
Okay,
move forward with it?
okay.
That would be awesome. Okay. Yeah, and hopefully Lucy's available, because there's a little bit of legwork involved in the unveiling, I know.
Yes.
So if it's around that weekend, I think, even a week later or something, I think would be good. It'd be awesome to get another one done for an outstanding Darien citizen. All right, display case update.
Yes, I did get the application from, well, it was for the Karen the Pollitt, but it's in the name of Vigi Drosh.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, they took October, I gave a copy of this to everybody.
Oh, thank you.
What do I do with this application? Do you take this, or do
I
I?
think you keep them in a binder or in a folder or something like that. Just
I don't
keeping
have to
a-
give it to town hall? Someone in
know.
town hall?
That's a really good question. I don't know the answer to that.
I thought that I had to give it to someone in the town hall, maybe
Linda
Linda O'Leary.
Maybe
O'Leary?
Linda? That
I would, she
sounds
kinda,
reasonable. You could go and just maybe pop your head in there and see. I hadn't been involved in that, so I don't know.
Well, anyway, they took October. So we have
Okay.
November, which is Veterans Day. I don't know what's going in there. And December is Wreaths Across America, but I haven't heard anything from them. So
Okay.
I have no news on them.
All right.
Oh, I see, in your note here, you said that they sent out a
I
first
can
email.
forward that to you. That's
Yeah.
his name if you wanted to
Yeah,
reach
because then I
out to
can
him.
fill it in. They're going to do December?
I think that was sort of a placeholder. Maybe in the past, have they put stuff in there before? I don't.
They have, I think. Didn't they do something in the Wreaths Across America?
you know, I think the Pollitts are the ones that do it,
Ah,
to be honest with you.
okay.
The guy is, oh, well, I'm not gonna go there.
Well, she's with the DAR, this Vigi, did I say, Viggy?
Yeah, Vigi.
Vigi.
Mhm. She's with the
Um,
DAR, but
right.
Karen's also a member
Okay.
of the DAR.
You know, it was the Pollitts that brought the Wreaths Across America idea to this town
Great idea.
quite a while ago, you know?
Well, she's describing it as the National First Responders Day.
I think that's separate.
That's for October.
This is for October.
That's
She's gonna
separate.
take it from October 8th to October 30th. So it's probably going in there like as we speak.
Okay.
Do you want, if I may make a suggestion, perhaps you could send Karen Pollitt an email and ask her if she is the one that takes care of the Wreaths Across America for December. The reason why I'm saying this, the guy's name that's on this thing, you're not gonna get a lot from him. I'm just telling you that, all right?
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't have any other name for
Right
the-
on this.
this JC,
Oh, I see, J.C. Cotter, okay.
yeah, 'cause I don't think he's here in town.
He isn't,
So
he's
he's not
up
gonna
north.
be able, I don't think he'd be putting together something for the display case here. But Karen and Dave might be interested in
I
that.
have her email, so she's the one that
Yeah,
sent this to me,
maybe
so.
just see if they would be interested.
Okay, if she's gonna use it for December.
And then as far as November, might possibly reach out to Scott Vanderhayden at the VFW. I don't know if you know him, I can get you his email.
I think I've spoken to him.
Yeah, they may have something that they'd like to put in there. I'm trying to think of who else
Yeah, I've
would
got his
want to do
contact
a
if you want me to
veteran.
text it.
You know, I wonder if somebody like Palmer's, because it's Thanksgiving month, would be
Oh.
interested in doing something like that. I don't know, I'm just throwing it out there, you
I
know?
think we try to stay away from,
Oh, commercial?
Commercial.
Okay, got
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
it. All right,
Yeah, that was a big
yeah, that was a big blow
point
up.
with
I
the
remember,
artists.
okay,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
I
So-
take it back.
take it back.
When I was
Pretend
a
you didn't say
novice
anything.
display case person. Remember, we got in trouble for that. And he did such a beautiful job, too.
Yeah, the art's always good. Okay, great, we can see if we can drum up some submissions there for the display case, that would be great. Let's see, so Wreaths Across America, again, that's something that happens in our town because we do have one of the 3 state cemeteries. And the attempt is made to put a wreath on every headstone in the state portion of the cemetery, Veterans Cemetery.
Over here at Spring Grove.
Over here at Spring Grove, yes.
I usually participate in the takedown.
Yeah,
What do you do for tech?
I help with the takedown. There's
And-
a lot of people that show up.
so it's to be determined, I think you can actually just go online and
You can.
choose Darien as Spring Grove as the place you would like your donation to go to. That might be something we could put in our minutes and put out. I'll look into that.
That's a
What
good
am I
idea.
adding to the minutes with this? What is this?
We'll include a link to Wreaths Across America website so that citizens can purchase a wreath to be placed here at our cemetery. Because I think it's just a drop down and you can choose that in case the fundraising doesn't get off the ground. And then it said it in the email, I want to say it's the 16th of December. I didn't put that in here, but December 16th is the day that the wreaths will be laid out, and we try to get as many people from the town as possible to come and participate.
You should get the scouts involved in it.
They are, yeah,
Yeah, I
they're
was
very
gonna
much,
say they are,
very much
yes.
involved,
Yeah.
yeah. It's really fun, the families come and.
It is, yeah, they all seem to be
Go
having a
around.
good time when they do it.
Yeah, yeah, it's neat. So that,
So does the special events person write something to the newspaper to let them, you know, about the Wreaths Across America?
for our commission,
Yeah. Or does that?
that's a good question.
I don't, to me,
It's not really, we don't. The answer to that is no.
okay, all right,
I don't,
all right.
well, we certainly don't solicit any donations. None of the donations can come through us. They can go directly to the website. I will look back through my records and see if we do, I think the Wreaths Across America people kind of
Yes.
do their own
Yeah, okay,
PR
got
stuff.
it.
But, okay, awesome. Does anyone have any new business they would like to bring up or propose? Anyone?
Do you, this is just a question, all right? And,
Yeah.
Is there any way that this commission, Monuments and Ceremonies, can get more visibility in town? to have people become more aware of what we do. I don't know what the answer to that is, you know, but the things that we do are pretty good things.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether there are a lot of people in this town that are even aware that there's a Monuments and Ceremonies Commission. I have no idea, honestly,
Yeah.
other than the Memorial Day Parade. But, you know, I don't know whether they realize that the Monuments and Ceremonies, you know, Terry Gaffney especially was the guy that was behind pushing that. I'm just throwing it out if anybody has any idea what
Okay.
we could do, you know?
Terry.
There's a magazine in town called Darien Magazine, edited by Pam Vossler and Carl Trotman's the publisher. They were originally Darien Neighbors, and about a year and a half ago, they became Darien Magazine, which is their own. They didn't want to be part, well, I don't want to say why, I don't really know why they morphed into it. Gave them more control over what they wanted to be doing editorially. They do such a beautiful job writing. I mean, Pam is a gifted
Oh,
writer,
she's-
like you do too. And it's in-depth, it's substantive, it's not fluffy, it's really something the town should be very proud of, and I know they would love to do something like this.
What's her last name?
Vossler, Vossler, longtime resident.
Monuments and Ceremonies?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, she'd be, I think they would love, I think they would.
Oh, yes,
This
please,
would be right.
yes,
They do
Nancy,
fun-
we
yeah, they do
emailed,
fun,
yes.
Informative
Yeah,
stuff.
I have
My
emails.
husband always gets it and hands it to me.
And it is
because I
too.
pour over my head.
I've got your application right here.
Great, I brought my stuff here.
Thank you. Were we talking about, what,
So it's the Darien, there have been a couple permutations.
the whole point of this, I'm sorry,
Oh,
to
for
back up
monuments
further?
and ceremonies, for them to write a story on monuments and ceremonies.
To
And
get,
all the
oh,
things they
so we're
do.
better known.
Visibility,
Darien
yeah.
magazine.
Right, and they're not, some of the magazines, in my personal opinion, are a little superficial. Some of the Darien, the different, very superficial is what, I mean, most people, it's general consensus that I'm rendering here. But the Darien magazine is more substantive, that's Pam Vossler and Carl Trotman. And they would do a great job reporting this, in-depth and with thought and nuance and.
And it's called Darien Magazine?
Darien Magazine, yeah. And it comes to every household in
Yes.
town,
Yeah.
free.
I don't think I get it.
When does it come out?
When it,
Oh, gosh.
we just got, I'm trying to think the last cover, I should know what the last cover was. Shoot.
I remember
It was some
seeing
kids
it.
and, oh.
It's not, it's usually,
Yeah, they do a lot of nice,
What do you?
Visually
It's-
You're not
Beautiful,
talking
and
about
they
the
always-
one that, the high glossy one that's in the stores?
No.
No, this is-
No.
That's
Darien
Darien.
Okay, it used to be Darien Blue?
No, it's
No,
the Darien
called-
Buchanan
Wasn't it
magazine, I
family?
remember
Yeah,
that.
that's
It was a
very,
mother was
that's
a
very,
doctor,
very high
and the
class.
father was a fireman. They have two boys.
Something like that. I feel like
Because
that's.
I have one of the students, I have one of the students that I brought it in.
Oh.
And I always say to them, could you sign it so when you're rich and famous,
You never know.
they just do, they,
They photograph things beautifully.
Yeah,
It's a really
it's-
lovely
it's
magazine.
If it used to, if it evolved from Darien Blue, I used to be the staff photographer for
yeah,
Darien
it
Blue.
wasn't, I don't think it.
And then they changed that. That was when Chris Sinatra was running it, was publishing it.
Yeah.
So this is something different, okay.
yeah, this is, so that,
And
this
the
last
writing
one
is
was.
good quality and it's substantive and it's thoughtful and it's reflective of thought.
Gazelle Garbage. This
So
is
is,
the last.
who's going to be contacting them?
I will, all right,
I know Pam,
good, you can help me.
Yeah.
she's great, very receptive to.
You know, here's an idea for you.
Contact us. That's-
Okay. I would, if it's okay with you,
Yeah.
the guy that I would say that they should interview is Terry Gaffney.
Yeah?
You know, because he knows, he's been on this committee for a long time,
Yeah,
and he could give them a lot of in-depth detail, I think. Is that
definitely.
all right?
Probably should have, because I don't know how particular they get, but since he moved to Norwalk,
Oh, yeesh.
but it would be,
former.
it would be, you know, to have you and Terry say, or me and Terry, you know, have
Yeah,
him
you-
as the muscle.
Yeah, no, it would be you and Terry, not me. You know, I'm not I'll arrange the whole thing, you know.
So they've got a website.
I'm
It's
getting
called
it right now.
DarienMagazineCT.com. .com.
Yeah, I found it.
Darien
He's
Magazine,
getting-
CT, not Darien CT Magazine?
No,
Darien,
Magazine.
well, they're online, their Instagram, or their website is DarienMagazineCT.com.
Dot.
That's their website.
Okay.
And it has all the past partner profiles. Let's see.
Thanks. Thank you.
I know she mentioned they put all the stories, past stories online.
that's cool. We were interviewed way back when it was the other magazine,
Darien,
this,
yes.
By Pam.
Yes, of course you
Yeah.
were.
Mhm.
Of course you were.
yeah,
I remember
she's,
that. And Pam,
great.
so you can speak personally to the
Yes.
substance of the writing.
yes, yeah,
And it's not
excellent.
just, oh, they like this and they do this. It's
Yeah,
deep into who people are as human beings and how they contribute in a meaningful way to the town.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. All right, so that's great, more,
Oh, here, okay.
I don't think I saw, yeah, I don't feel like I saw this last one with the gentleman and his two sons.
all right. Okay, well, that's a great idea, thank you, Jim, and thank you for spearheading that.
It would be also great for 4th of July.
Yes, yes.
So we have a guest, well, we already did speak about our display case, and this is Vigi Droche.
Hi, everybody. I know a lot of people, I think,
Yes.
already. But anyway, I'm Vigi Drosh, and I am representing the Goodwives River Chapter, DAR, Daughters of the American Revolution, as historian and librarian. And we would like to honor the first responders in our community. And the DAR actually is a national project, announced this about a week ago, that anybody who wants to do this, we can use their logo and so on and so forth, and, say that we honor all their contributions to our community. So then I got Nancy's name from Karen Pellet,
Yeah.
and she said that I have to apply, we'd like to use the display case. So she said,
It's all yours.
you're done. Thank you. So here's my idea. This is like, I'm no artist, so I was gonna do this. That's not gonna fill out the display case, obvious. However, I thought maybe, and see what you think about this, I could go like to the police department, to the Post 53, and to the fire department, and say, do you by chance have a logo, a group photo, a piece of equipment, a hat, a coat, whatever, and so we can surround our little announcement, or sign that I'm gonna make, hopefully with my daughter Mary, who's an artist, and, to honor everybody. So I wanted to make sure that first I have your permission to use the display case before I actually go and request
Yeah.
these items, because we want to fill it up and make it look important. And I have a proclamation that I'm hoping Monica would accept, and then make the official proclamation, and we could put a picture in, like, I don't know where you would put it on, not Instagram, but something.
Hey,
Patch, the Darien patch.
Yeah, and Marley Hayes is the town social media publicity person.
How do you spell it?
It's Marli. It's
Uh-huh.
her first name, and her last name is Hayes, Hayes.
And how would I get in touch with her?
Let me see. She is, her number, you can text her, her number is 954
Uh-huh,
816-1610.
1610, so 954-816-1610.
Yes.
So there's a bit of a time element involved. The actual day of celebration would be October 28th. So it's not going to get a lot of exposure this year, but I think we could start a precedent Because
Sure.
the first responders, I mean, I can't imagine hardly anybody has not been helped out in this town
Right.
by a first responder for whatever reason. So they're definitely in our lives.
Yeah, that
And,
sounds
you
great.
know, and they're people we know, they're our neighbors, and, you know, all of that good stuff.
Definitely.
So that was my proposal and my plan, and if everybody says, okay,
Okay.
thank you. So then my next job is to start knocking on first responders' doors and make sure I can get this stuff. So it was good.
Right.
I
And,
can't even imagine the police would say no to that.
well, I can't either, but you know, it's now everybody's so nervous about photographs of people and, you know, so I'm maybe they would rather give, you know, show a badge or whatever, you know, that kind of thing as opposed to
Yeah.
a photograph of someone who is a first responder, which I would certainly, you know, help them do whatever they want. And then as far as Monica is concerned, do you think she's going to be in town next week?
Don't know, you know, Linda, who brought you down here,
Mhm.
she's a fountain of information, so she would be able to tell you for sure.
Highly likely, because it's
Linda
campaign season.
O'Leary.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
great.
she's a doll.
Yeah.
We were talking, she knows so many people on my street from when we were a lot younger. So Linda O'Leary, and I will talk to her again if she's still there. Then maybe she would she be the person to help me work out a time for a photograph of Monica?
Monica, yeah.
And I
Yep,
can
she
hand
could.
her the proclamation that I have.
Yes, she could
And
definitely.
did you see, Nancy, was the proclamation in there?
I'm sorry, did you ask me that question?
Yes.
Was the proclamation in there or not?
It says this day honors its preferred duration. It doesn't really say anything about a proclamation.
So,
Okay, if you would not mind me just saying it to you, it'd take me 1 minute. This is what we would ask as a proclamation of Monica, and just let me know if you okay this or approve. So,
well, actually, Vigi, we're in violent agreement, I think.
oh, fine,
you-
okay. I
you
mean,
have
it's
definitely-
basically, you know, we're honoring these people.
It sounds
and,
perfect,
Oh,
yeah.
you do have that, I'm sorry. The day honors the paramedics, emergency medical technician, firefighters, police
Yep,
officers,
yep,
yada.
that sounds
It is in
terrific.
here.
Okay,
It's on the
so you
application.
have it, so
Yeah.
if
Yes.
anybody needs to see it.
Yeah, that's
So we
wonderful.
will, okay, so I'll go back to Nancy and see what I can work out, and then maybe tomorrow I could go around and start collecting the things for the case.
And then how does she access the case when she's ready?
The key, we got the key out of that, like the reception desk
The
had the
reception
key.
desk.
Yeah.
Okay, and she leaves at 4, right? So it would have
I
to,
believe so.
I think it's 5:15 now, isn't it? And then
The
they're closed
woman
on
at the
Friday?
reception
Fridays.
desk. I think
Oh,
the
the
reception
reception desk is different.
closes
Oh,
a little
okay.
earlier.
so you're closed on Friday, so we
Yeah.
have to do
Linda
this.
would know all that.
Yeah, maybe I could get it all pulled together and then Monday come over and maybe Tuesday, because see,
Yeah.
it's the 28th, that still gives us about 2
Oh, you
weeks.
still have.
Yeah.
No, that's not too bad.
No.
That's not too bad. And then we get a little bit of press, so everybody can celebrate the first responders.
That sounds super.
Sound good? Okay, I know you're very busy, don't want to
Oh.
take any more time. Thank you for letting me come in.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thanks for
Really appreciate it. And next year
Shall
I'll,
I book you for next November, for next October? As I get this going?
yes, definitely, and next time,
That's
next
good.
year, you know, I'll have it ready a little bit earlier than this, but this was our first,
Yeah.
try on our first one.
So it's gotta be a first time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I'm
right.
glad I get to be in on the ground floor on this one.
That's really cool.
I think
This
it's
is a
really,
great idea,
I think it is too.
yeah, we need them.
for sure, yeah.
We need 'em. Okay,
Well, thank you, Vigi.
everyone,
you
it's
so
so nice
much.
to see you. Nice to see you, Sue Ann.
Yeah,
How are
Vigi.
the kids?
Everybody's good. Yeah, getting big. Not kids anymore.
Well, say hi for me.
I will.
And have a nice evening, and I'll probably be talking to you.
Yes,
contacting
please.
you. Or you,
Yep,
next week.
yes, definitely.
Thank you.
You did get my emails back, didn't you? Saying I had received this?
No. Isn't that funny?
Oh, I think I might have sent it to Karen Pollitt.
You might have. I'll ask
I
her.
think, yeah,
Okay.
because I did acknowledge it. I know I
Oh,
did.
sure.
No, I
I
didn't.
didn't want you to think that we were ignoring you.
Oh, no, it's all a mystery out there. Okay, bye-bye. Have a
Thanks,
nice evening.
Vigi.
Thank
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All
a great idea.
That sounds great,
Very-
yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. All right, yes,
Any other business, are we at any other business?
I think we're all done with new
Uh,
business.
Ox Ridge is starting back up again, their celebration of veterans in advance of Veterans Day. So it'll be, and it's open to the public. It'll be Thursday, October 9th. Breakfast is 8:30 to
October
November
9th?
9th.
No, thank you,
Yep.
November 9th.
And what are they celebrating? You have to take this slow for
Veterans
me.
Day. So
Okay.
it's Veterans Day, and they celebrate any of the students' grandparents or parents who served in the military are invited to come and talk about their service experience.
Oh, my nephew did that. He went in and spoke to my youngest son's class about when he was over in Desert Storm.
Great.
And he came in and spoke. I think I've got photographs of that
And
somewhere
they
at
welcome
home.
any veteran from
Yeah.
any time period. And it's a chance for the kids to connect with servicemen and women and understand what's involved and why they serve their country.
That's
So
neat.
it's 8:30 to 9:30 is the breakfast sort of social portion, and then 9:30 to 10:30, if I have this right. You know what, I just got the email, let me look it up quickly before I give you the wrong information.
Yeah, I think almost all, if not all of the elementary schools have a similar program. It's
And then
really
that's
neat.
something, yeah.
Yeah,
It is
so
neat.
great.
Of course, that's many years ago.
Yeah.
It's a long time ago. And the middle school has a program, I know that, and I'm not sure. I know the high school
This
does
was an
something, but I
elementary
don't
school that he
know.
went into, my nephew.
exactly what.
And it was an elementary school.
Yeah, it's fun.
I remember you and your
We
husband
were
went to
working
Henley,
on it.
yeah?
Yeah.
You came into Henley.
Oh, yeah, a lot of years.
Breakfast is 8:30 to 9:30, followed by the program 9:30 to 10:30, singing, Q&A with veterans, etc.
That's so nice.
And people can come for any or all of it.
Neat.
And it's open, the new school is open? Oh, that's so nice.
Yes.
Awesome.
And I did have one more, I remember mentioning at the Declaration Day ceremony, one more edit for this,
Oh, okay.
was we did compile for the first time in anyone's knowledge the list of all students that were attending any of the
Yeah.
academies in ROTC programs or in active military service.
Mhm.
So we've got a list of 36 current students, and it's a large number. I don't think any of us realized there were so many.
Mhm.
And we were very happy to celebrate that day, and the parents in particular were happy to see that acknowledgement.
Were you talking about that
Yeah, that was on the Declaration Day
Yeah,
ceremony. We did
they
that.
were, yeah,
Yeah.
I know, just people that, friends, the DeVintners and,
Oh,
like, they were all
yes.
really excited.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and to have it, it's never acknowledged, and
Yeah.
we're hoping to prevail on Darien High School to make that a
Do a
special
little more.
part
Yeah,
in the graduation booklet,
yeah.
where the students who are going on to military academies or ROTC programs or active duty to be recognized.
Roxy
Good
programs.
idea.
What is-
ROTC.
ROTC, oh,
Right.
okay, got it.
Reserve Officer Training.
Right.
That's a great idea. I think
Yeah.
that's really, that'd be
Yeah.
really lovely.
That's-
Yeah,
Should be
it should be
done.
celebrated, for sure.
Well, thank you. Any other business? Anyone have a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
Do we have a second?
Let's go.
All in favor?
Aye.
Land speed record.
She was